based on a comic, and yeah, Manhunter, one of the most underrated films of all time. If I say one of the most underrated serial killer movies, this is way better than all the Hannibal films except for Silence of the Lambs, of course. But I think it kind of ties with Silence of the Lambs because it's really good, but it's not the same as it's really different from Silence of the Lambs, and it's way better than its new movie, like the one with Edward Norton. It's directed by Michael Mann, and it's really something special. Next up, resting my arm for a second. El Mariachi. It's directed by Robert Rodriguez. One of his first movies. Real good. Yeah, I'm kinda fast forwarding. The Dark Knight. I have this in my collection because I love Batman, but I don't love this movie. I'm one of the few people who didn't like it that much. It's not a Batman movie, that's just my problem. Batman is gothic and shit. Even Batman Begins had that stuff and tried to be realistic. That's a great combination, but it went overboard with this. I mean, what happened, Nolan? Like, seriously. American Gangster, I only saw this movie once, and I was like, Ridley Scott, what the fuck? A-series, man. Oh, I love this film by the Coen brothers. It's my second favorite by them that I've seen so far, and I love this. Next up is The Messenger. This was a pretty good drama. I was really going along with the characters, so that's why I got it on DVD. And this is my favorite movie of all time because it's Lars von Trier's Dancer in the Dark. You might know him recently from Melancholia and Antichrist, which is also really good, both films. And this movie, it broke me down emotionally. And I find it amazing how movies do that to me, and nothing else kind of surpassed that for me with a movie. And even every time I see it, I'm broken down for some reason because I really go along with the character of Selma, and the music by Björk is just beautiful, and Lars von Trier he's such a master, and my favorite movie of all time, Lars von Trier, Dancer in the Dark. And this probably, yeah, I like this film. Okay, bye. Fargo, badass film. Really funny and really nice thriller, and I liked it. Not my favorite Coen brothers, I like their comedies more. This is also really funny, of course, but it's not the same. And one of the most, maybe the overrated films of all time, but still a good film, Shawshank Redemption. This was a good film. I've seen it a couple of times for some reason, but why the fuck is the high on IMDb? Like, what the fuck? It's a good film, but not that good. This is a really kind of dark. I mean dark, but if you've seen it, you mean what I mean with dark. But it's a realistic view of just kids on the street of I think yeah, it was New York. And don't see it if you're on the rating 18 or something. Oh, and this is one of the most beautiful movies of all time. I'll let the right one in. Yeah, it looks like a fucking gritty movie, but it's just it's one of the most beautiful horror movies ever made. Why the hell is it here? It should be in the it should be here. It's a serious film. It has horror elements, but it's something more than that. And you need to see it, and don't see the remake first, just see this first and then the remake. The remake was good, by the way. And this is probably the greatest biopic I've ever seen. It's Control, the biopic of Ian Curtis, the lead singer of Joy Division, and it was directed by famous photographer Anton Corbijn, I would say. And he directed this beautifully. It's black and white, and it left me really cold and depressed, but that's what it should have do, and that's what Joy Division did. And this is Vriendschap endorsed. It's a film I made together with a local club. I did the sound on the movie, that's all. This is a Belgian cult classic, C'est arrivé près de chez vous, and it's kinda translated to the English title Man Bites Dog, and it's about a team of camera that follows this man who kills people for a living, kinda, and no, for fun more actually, and it's really funny, and kinda a serious look into how far you can go as a media guy into all this shit. But it's really interesting and funny. Now we got more of the childlike stuff. Dumb and Dumber, one of the funniest movies of all time. Jim Carrey. The Mask. Bottom. It's a British comedy shit. Toy Story 1 and 2. Oh man, these were one of my these movies were gold in my childhood age. Harry Potter 3. Some stupid movie I made a long time ago. Futurama. Blah. Hector, Belgian movie. Chicken Run. Why don't I have Wallace and Gromit DVDs? I should get those. This is also one of my favorite childhood movies, Babe. I love this movie. It's directed by the director of Mad Max, and no, he wrote this movie. He didn't direct it, but it's still, and the sequel is also pretty good. I haven't seen the sequel in a while, so I should get that. Next up, get down here. Is the Simpsons movie. This was probably the best thing that came from the Simpsons ever since it kind of went downhill from, I think, season 15. So yeah, Be Kind Rewind. It's with Jack Black and some other guy, and it was pretty good. Young Frankenstein comedy. Kick-Ass. Oh, one of the best superheroes movies of all time. Hot Fuzz. Gotta love Edgar Wright. He's gonna make some great movies, I think, Edgar Wright. Plan 9 from Outer Space, one of the worst movies ever made, but not in a negative way, I would say. The Real Inglourious Basterds. This is a movie called actually Inglourious Basterds with the right spelling, and it's definitely trying to get the sales of the new Inglourious Basterds from Tarantino. I got this DVD for free from a friend, and I can get why he didn't want the DVD anymore. The Glenn Middle story is something I picked up in a store. It was cheap, and it had that awesome guy in it. Ed Wood, oh man. If you're a movie fan, you gotta see this movie. It's really good. Black Dynamite, if you love black exploitation. It's a tribute to it. It's filmed in 2008 or something. But it looks really like an old blaxploitation. That's what makes it so awesome, and it's really funny. Inglourious Basterds, not the best Tarantino, but I still love it. Let's go down. This is the cartoons again, so skip to this. Showgirls, a film by Paul Verhoeven, a Dutch guy. You might know him from the guy who did RoboCop. I haven't seen that movie actually, and this is a cult classic for it's just camp stuff. It tries to be so serious and so amazing for some reason, but it's so fucking funny. I mean, there's a line in the movie where the guy says to her, "It must be weird not having anybody come on you." I mean, this movie was meant to be trash. It flopped in the box office, but it did great on DVD and video, or just video. In Bruges, amazing movie, that's all I'll say. Super bad. McLovin, Moby is a concert of Moby in, I think it was somewhere in England. And this is Moby in Belgium. Great. I haven't seen that. Los La Mana, it's a kind of, I don't know who directed it, but it's kind of a documentary about a film about Terry Gilliam and how it failed. I'm borrowing this from my uncle, so I still need to see this. The original Spider-Man, great superhero movie. War of the Worlds, original, haven't seen this yet. This is a Brick Films DVD. I won in a contest, I think it was for the Quest for the Blood Diamond. I won this. You probably know this guy. Maybe not. It's The Amazing Atheist, a documentary about his life a bit. It was kind of too short, and I kind of expected more of it. Now let's go back up. these are just all DVDs from a Hitchcock collection, and I got this one pretty cheap because the box was entirely damaged, but the DVDs were alright, so I got like for 20 bucks. So, and I kind of liked it, like just the DVDs more instead of the box, so win-win for me. Which ones have we? We have The Birds, Family Plot, Frenzy, The Man Who Knew Too Much, Saboteur, Topaz, Tony, I think The Torn Curtain, Shadow of a Doubt. Oh, this one was really good. Shadow of a Doubt, Rope, The Trouble with Harry, Vertigo, Psycho, Rear Window, and Marnie. All good films. And this is my Simpson collection. I love The Simpsons. I grew up with this show, and I sometimes, when I'm just bored at night, I just grab a DVD box and just watch a random episode, and it's always one I haven't seen in a while or recently, and I can't get tired of their episodes. I've seen most of them like 7 times at least. The Batman Special Edition Collection DVD. I got this right before I got a Blu-ray, so I can regret that. Buiten de Zonen, Season 2, it's a Belgium show. The Ed Wood Collection, I have like 3 Ed Wood movies plus a documentary about him. Actually, I saw Glen of Glenda, and that movie wasn't bad at all, actually. It was really fucked up, but really good. And Glen or Glenda even inspired David Lynch to make his Eraserhead, also called classic. And then we have here, I'll explain why I have this in my collection. I bought it so I could review it, and I just kind of had too much money at the moment, and I kind of love the cover of it. But it was kind of a disappointment because it's just a box in a box. What the fuck does that? And then I have like South Park Season 4, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna get all the South Park seasons because I can see them online for free. I don't have that much of an emotional connection to South Park, and then I kind of get easily bored with them. I mean, I can't watch all these episodes like a couple of times. I am tired of them. Right, cartons. Alright, we're getting towards the end of the DVDs. This is a crappy Hitchcock collection. What I mean with crappy is most of his old movies. I watch these when I'm pretty bored. Yeah. And this is an American release of the Watchmen Ultimate Cut. I got this because I was a fucking Watchmen nerd at the moment. And this is like, I got this pretty cheap, this edition. It's region 1, but my DVD player was region 3 at the time, so awesomeness. And this is pretty much the ultimate cut of Watchmen, and this is like the Black Fraser in it and the director's cut combined, and you get this. And Watchmen pretty much needed to, pretty much failed at the box office, so it kind of went for its DVDs and Blu-rays and shit, and pretty much got this money from there. And Alien Quadrilogy on DVD, I'm gonna sell this I think because of the Blu-rays now, and it's a pretty shitty edition. Got it pretty cheap though. And now we have videotapes. I still have VCR player, so I can play them. Psycho. I first got the Blu-ray and then I got the VHS. I'm a nerd. Star Wars, the special editions is probably the closest I can get to the original cut, so I got this. It was only €1.50, so that's like nothing. And it's a pretty cool looking box set. Look at this. I don't think this could be pretty rare someday, so I'm holding on to this. It was only €1.50 for 3 of these movies, so a nice box, so I can really leave it there. This actually is also pretty cool.